Today we're having a look at the Fort Hagen satellite array, part of the Automatron DLC. It will be owned by the Rust Devils. I in fact did see this pre-DLC, and anyone that doesn't have it will see that it has a little hidden bunker at the rear. But the main purpose of it is for the Automatron's main quest line. You will need to progress to the point you're doing the headhunting quest in order to actually access this place. Because as you pass all of the Rust Devils, you want to head up to the second level here. And across the Bridge of Doom. There are plenty of Rust Devils in your way. And you'll find the terminal right here. All you have to do, access it, click a button. It'll open this door and let you into the little hatch that's kind of hard to see. But let's just say you don't have the DLC and you're here and you're like, is there anything interesting? Well, there is. There's another hidden bunker at the back of the second satellite array. This is a distress signal from a soldier that was kind of just left here. He left his dog tags and presumably headed out into the wastes. But you can pick yourself up a military grade circuit board, some junk items before heading back on out. Heading back on over, provided you have the terminal and the correct quest going, we can go right into the hangar. Once inside, this place is a stronghold for Ivy and her Rust Devils, so you have quite a fight on your hand. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to navigate. You can go to the right, as the left is locked currently, only accessible via this terminal, which we'll get to at the very end. If you decide to just walk over this tripwire, that could be a very, very quick end to you. The Assaultron totems are not to be messed with. Moving on down, we'll find a few Mr. Handy Dominators and a Destroyer. Pretty nasty. Another Rust Devil. You can get yourself some vodka for the road ahead. Now, let's head into the first room. One of my favourite, as it is tank storage, where they have several pre-war tanks. 4 to be precise, which is the most you can find in one place in the game. Pretty neat. They obviously didn't see all that much service. The first section is kind of like a little medical room, although I don't think the Rust Devils know how to use it all that much. And if we have a little look over to the left here, unlocking the security gate will give you access to a full set of Exo-1 power armor. You heard that right, full set. Not bits, not pieces, full. There's a few stations that you can work on if you need to. Duffel bag, and be sure to check every single corner. You never know what you might find. There's a lot of cool stuff just lying around. So, let's head up to the first level. Be sure to crawl along all the catwalks. As I said, there is just lots of loot here. It just takes a bit of time. And time is all we have when we play this game, because it is a ton of fun. Right, let's get on to the main items. Ivy's the one that's got a unique bit of power armor on her, so she's coming up towards the end. As we move through, be sure to pick up the hazmat suit. I always miss this, but if you do need it, it's there, and it's quite handy. Inside here is a teddy, reading a smaller teddy, a book. There's also a Vault-Tec lunchbox. You might get lucky with whatever you find there. I love little scenes like that. It's pretty cool. Now, the security gate at this side is also an expert lock. There's no other way at getting at the armor, so you gotta pick one of them. Then there's the hangar lockdown terminal, although I don't actually think it does anything. Nah, all it does is open this door, or close it, if that's something you want to do. Now, when we move... Hello, Jangles. Into the next room, you'll find this is where they seem to have got most of their protectrons and robots. Now, this is where things get interesting. Jezebel is here, and Ahab, more importantly, is up here. For some reason... Oh, it's not Ahab. It'll respawn as just a standard sentry bot. Ahab's got the Deathclaw skull attachment, which is pretty good. And then there's a Rust Devil workshop that we can have a little read of, although I'm not going to read it without you talking. Now we can read it. See, I like a bit of peace and quiet. Brain. The brain won't talk. Make it. Smash the glass and stick your hand into it if you have to. The brains are obviously the ones calling the shots. There has to be some signal hidden inside that slimy ball of snot we can use to lead us to the Mechanist. You have until tomorrow. That's when I get someone else to do it. You won't be happy if I get someone else. Just do it. We have the brain now. Just destroy the iBot. I am sick of hearing these incessant messages about the Mechanist. Bringing peace to the Commonwealth? What a load of crap. Anyway, I have some ideas on how you can make some sick mods for the thing. I want it disassembled by tomorrow. And then schematics here for something. Be sure to pick up the military grade circuit board. After you beat Ahab, he's not the toughest fight in the world. But if you're struggling, head up here. Activate this little button, preferably before he activates. And run all the way around to here. It'll be worth it. You get a missile launcher and some missiles. And a bottle cap mine. That combined, Ahab doesn't really stand a chance against such firepower. Unless you're very, very low leveled. Or you're playing on a super high difficulty. Very hard with survival. He probably would be pretty tough. Now, there is just so many grenades. Boom! At least that clears all the traps for me. Next up, we've got the generator room, one of my favourite pieces of junk, the industrial solvent. It breaks down into everything you need. Well, everything I need in my runs. Force of habit, I don't need the fusion core, but it's awesome to have. There's a Rust Devil gaming turret. If you ever reset the scores, I will find you and have your head. Until one of you owns up to it, this terminal is off limits. So obviously, Ivy must have had the highest score. And if you eject it, you get the Automatron game that you can play. I've never actually seen it, so we'll have a little look at it towards the end of the video. In fact, we'll have a little look at it right now. Let's see, Automatron. Again, never loaded this up before. Okay. Oh. Avoid robot, grab the person. That seems easy, doesn't it? Oh, they're mines as well. Okay, well, I'm not going to be a pro Automatron gamer, I reckon, but it's pretty awesome, isn't it? The Hagen. I get there in the end. Ah, more power armor stations. I mean, we've already passed a load of them, and I don't see the use of power armor being a big thing. Oh, well, it's a military installation, so it makes sense that way. There's also Ivy's terminal, who Rust Devil is having a little pride. Let's also look. Who is the Mechanist? His bloody robots are everywhere. Every junkyard, every factory, even that robotics pioneer park. How are we supposed to find the parts for our own bots with this loser cutting us off at the pass? It's not like we don't fight back, but geez, we kill a group of his bots and 10 more appear. Does this guy just pump them out at some assembly line somewhere? Yep, foreshadowing. She does. Finding him is our top priority, because what else are we going to do while he keeps getting away in our way? We will find him, make a bot from his bones, and force it to take out the trash. So this was the Pioneer Park disaster. It was a routine scrapping mission. We're going to go in, take the 4 Protectron bots, and get out. No biggie. Yeah, recon on the location, warned of a Deathclaw in the area. Whatever. With our bots, a Deathclaw might as well be a mole rat. No big. We even managed to sneak in and get to the bots without waking the monster. Well, as we were trying to get the bots out, there was a horde of Mechanist bots that showed up and started fighting us to get the loot. Because the universe has a sick sense of humour, it woke the Deathclaw, so we had to deal with that too. In short, we lost 3 men, 2 of our bots were pulverised, but we did manage to nab one of the Mechanist robo-brains alive. I'm hoping it'll lead us to that bastard that keeps messing with our ship. The Deathclaw that killed my man, I stuck his skull in a bot. Not just any bot, the ultimate death bot. Ahab will be by my side when I find the Mechanist and get revenge for what he did to the Rust Devils. I just hope we don't pulverise his bones in the process. I want to use them to make something fun. So a bit of background, Ahab as well. Lots of cool things in the mannequin in the 2 towers here. This seems to be another storage room for a load of APCs. And hot damn, there's an Assaultron Gorgon, which is also wandering about. Very deadly. Now, having passed all of them, a few more totems that are just there to ruin your day if you step in the wrong direction. Seems this was a bit of an assembly line, and it controls some of the turrets up above, but you tend to have to kill those turrets anyway. There's a soldier lying out there, and oh, Protectron that seems a little out of place. Anyway, if you can get those turrets set up to fight for you, it might make things a little easier if you can somehow get by the turrets without needing to kill them. On to the next section, you'll just find plenty of loot just lying around, as these guys are experts and breaking down robots. I didn't notice this catwalk the last time I was here, but it seems it doesn't lead to all that much. Climbing back up, taking another security gate. This just gives you a high ground advantage over the area we just passed through. So yeah, we'll keep on moseying on. Another storage room, kind of to catch your breath before you take on Ivy. So waltz around and grab whatever you may need before moving into the next bit. For the battle begins here. It's very close quarters. Ivy, of course, will be wearing quite a substantial bit of power armor, but it's unique, so you, of course, will be able to grab it. In this case, it's all Tesla armor and a Tesla rifle. It's pretty neat, I won't lie. Takes down ghouls like they're nothing. So take the Tesla armor off Ivy. Yours will be called Ivy, it's just because I'm not doing the quest. And there should be a little steamer trunk in here full of goodies for you. As you can tell, some of these things have not spawned just because the quest is not currently active. I'm not supposed to be in here right now. You will get in that a Mr. Handy Buzzsaw and a few other unique items you can play about with. They're pretty awesome. And that loops us all the way around to this bit. Unlock the expert lock door, you'll get a fat man, 2 million nukes for your trouble. Another steamer trunk full of goodies. And once you've done all that, hit the terminal here. Oh, well. And voila! Back to where we started. Now, of course, where is it? It is in the region of Fort Hagen. And it's just to the west of it. South of the Nuka World Transit Center, Lonely Chapel, Federal Ration Stockpile. You get the idea of what's around it. Thank you for watching.